In this video, we will add the title and description in the middle grid. Let's continue. Let's go to here, and you want to scroll up, and you want to close this grid, which will be first 3 grid, and then we just add like our image, product image, and author section. And now you want to copy this. I'm going to paste it below here. Make sure you paste it below here. And you want to add a new note, which will be description. And you want to change this column to 6, MD to 6 as well. And for SM will be 8. And you want to close this div. And in here, you want to type div class, which would be center column. And then you want to type product title here, and here will be div class title div, and then h1 class product title, and then in here you want to add span class, which would be large title. And then the product title, of course, which would be, well, let's just name it Harry Potter. And then down here would be span class small title, which would be whether it's Kindle or hardcovers. I'm just gonna put hard or paperback. Okay. And the next step is to type in the author's name, which will be div class by line info, and then by, and then ahref, the tag, which will be a class with author name. Let's name it Walter Isaacson for now. We're gonna change this later. And after that, in here, you want to add, you want to type I tag, which would be class fast fa chevron down, and then add a style, which would be font size 8 pixel, important color, which would be 555, and then important as well. Close the I tag, and after the A you want to add author or owner, but I'm just gonna name it author. And then we're gonna add the dummy tags, which would be class review group, and then HR style, which will have margin top 10 pixel. Close this, make sure you close. And then div class media matrix, and in here div class form mats, and ahref class link expander. Okay, and you want to add this, and after this you want to add a span class, which would be tmm show prom, and then see all 18 formats and editions. Let's save this. Let's go and check out our Google Chrome, and here we have it. It looks kind of decent. And then we're gonna finish up with the A tags dummy and then the description. Let's continue. So let's go back, and right after this A tag, make sure you write it after the A tag ul class. Sorry, there's no class, just ul, and then li, and then class swatch element. And then style, you gotta add a style with a width, which will be 117 pixel. Oops. And then it's li at a span class, which would be a list item. And then another span class, which would be a button toggle. And then in this span, there will be another span, which would be a button inner. And then here will be href, and then it changed this to tag, normal tag, and then class a button tags. And here span will be Kindle, and then you add a BR, which will add some spaces below it, and then span, and here will be class a color secondary, and it'll be just a dash. Okay, let's save this. Let's check out. It looks kind of nice, but I misspelled Kindle, so let's go back and just put it like this. And right after the span, you want to close the span, and right after this you type span class tmm olp links, and then span class tmm olp links olp, make sure you spell it correctly like this. Okay, and in here a href, there will be a class a size mini, and then span class kcp app box, and then in here span class a declarative, I can't even spell nowadays, and then here read with our, you want to add another span which will be class a text bowl free app. Alright, so let's save this and let's go back, and right beneath here, alright, see, this will be the dummy tag. So in Amazon they have like another 4 and 5, but I'm just gonna do 3: Kindle, audiobook, and paperback. So let's go and continue that. We can just copy this thing, close this entire li, copy it, paste it for 2 more. Let's see, and now we have another 2 more. So let's change this to audiobook. So we don't want to confuse, I don't want to confuse you, so let's just add here a note which should be Kindle, and then after this will be audible, and then finally this will be paperback. Okay, so for audible, the only difference here is you want to change to audible, and after this you want to add an image, src image audible logo.png, and then class will be image fluid, and finally style will be width 20 pixel. And I'm gonna close this, make sure it's inside. Oh, I forgot to close this, so alright, save it. It will look something like this. Let's go back and see how it looks like. So now it has the audible logo, and final step is to change this to paperback, but we want to change this as well to something different, so let's go and change it. Remove this, and in here you want to type another word which will be with your audible trial. Save it. Let's go back. Sometimes it doesn't get refreshed for some reason, so you got to refresh the page itself. Free app with your audible trial, and final step is to change this to paperback. So let's go to our paperback. Let's close down our audible and go to our paperback and change the name to paperback, and we want to remove the span class, which will be this part, and then remove it, and remove this part as well. And after that we want to add our description. So let's go down and let's close the li because we don't want to confuse people. Close this entire thing, and you want to go up. We want to close this media metrics, close it down, and above this media metrics you want to add another note which will be a text dummy data, and right below here you want to add the description. So add a note again, description, which will be div class book description, and here div class book description inner, and then this will be our book description, but we're just gonna put this book is awesome. And after that we want to add another sort of like a dummy data, but we can improve that, this specific feature where we can add the length of the pages and so on. So I'm just gonna put it here just to make it look nicer. So there will be product specification, it will be div class about ebooks feature, and then -r. I'm gonna add a line here, and then div class row, and in here div class column sm4, and then you want to add mb1, and here div class a declarative, and here add a length. We add length of the pages, which would be span a href, which would be, let's put dummy data like 386 pages. You want to add an I-class icon, which would be a icon pop over. Close this down. And there we have it. I think we have completed our middle section. It took a bit longer than usual because of the A tag dummy. We can move that A tag in the component section if you want to, but now it is working. Let's continue with the final grid, which is the buying section.